think they found the third stanza, my lady.
Quiet, Stibbons! There might still be ogres about. Quickly, Karsten, what does it say?
Let me take a look. Torug wasn't pleased that they built his shrine below the summit. He wanted to rest at the top.
Does it say anything about the armlet of Torug?
He carried it to the summit. It says he laid Sorrow's kiss upon it. Yes, Zugka. I'm certain it's kiss.
Sorrow's kiss? The same phrase from the fragment. Doesn't that sound so romantic, Stibbons?
Very sentimental, my lady. But are you sure that doesn't say Zugra?
Now, Stibbons, really, leave the translating to the experts. In the meantime, I must speak to our friend. Isn't this wonderful news? To protect his own tomb from looters and to ensure his legend among his people, Torug climbed to the summit, and he took his relics with him. Now, be a dear and go up there and retrieve the armlet of Torug for me? Ugh, haven't we been over this? I swear, sometimes I think you hear one word I say out of every 3. You're almost as bad as my manservant Stibbons. Of course! It's written in stone. The ancients never lied when they were chiseling words into stone, you know. The new museum will be the wonder of Tamriel with such a relic as the armlet of Torug in its collection. Hyperbole to keep undesirables from venturing up. And even if there's some modicum of truth to the tale, all you need to do is grab the armlet. Easy as eating a sweet roll. Now, the thin air might make you lightheaded, but you can handle that. I don't agree with Karsten about many of his orcish ideas, but on this point, we're in perfect alignment. The proper translation is Sorrow's Kiss. Now go and get the armlet while we see what other relics we can acquire for the museum. Our friends have returned to their senses. Oh, I told you they weren't dead, Stibbons.
And look, that must be the armlet of Torug. I refuse to let you go through with your plan, Lady Laurent.
Really, Karsten, not that again. We clearly have more to discuss. Stibbons, see to our friends.
You missed all the drama while you were unconscious. Lady Laurent and our helpful orc had a dreadfully intense argument about the armlet of Torug. Oh, it was wonderful to watch. It's the thin air up here, but whatever you did made the weather calm down, so we followed you up. That's when Karsten and Lady Laurent started arguing. Karsten thinks the shrine would be a better location to display the armlet than the museum. Oh, most indubitably. The museum hired her to acquire relics, and she hates to disappoint. Perhaps you could talk to them, help them reach a decision that gets us someplace warm, hmm? You better let me hold on to the armlet, just to be on the safe side.
I don't know what's gotten into Karsten. Why would anyone want to climb all the way up to the shrine to see an ancient relic when there's a perfectly quaint museum down in Orsinium? I would say so. The museum specifically tasked us to retrieve relics and bring them to Orsinium. History is meant to be admired. not left hidden in the past. Karsthen's plan means I will have failed in my mission, and Lady Laurent never fails. If you insist. But please don't take too long. All this cold is doing terrible things to my poor, chafed lips.
I'm glad you recovered the armlet of Torug. But before you decide what to do with the relic, you need to hear what I have to say. So it would seem. This shrine stands as a tribute to our past glories. It reveals an age when orcs thought nothing of sacrificing dozens of warriors to build memorials to our strength. It sets the kind of example that the new Orsinium needs. The armlet of Torug should remain in his shrine. Make sure every orc climbs Sorrow to see it, to understand what our ancestors were capable of achieving. In this way, the relic will become a symbol to bind our people together. Surely you can see that. I knew you'd see it my way. Soon every orc will be able to make the pilgrimage to Torug's sacred shrine and gaze upon this important relic. You have done the orcs a great service today, my friend.
You sided with Karsthen? After all we've been through?
It's been decided. Torug's relic stays in Torug's shrine.
The poor orcs have to climb up here to see a piece of their heritage? That's positively criminal.
Wait, what's Stibbons doing with the relic?
A little faster, Stibbons. I'm anxious to see what the relic actually does.
But, my lady, what if I'm not worthy?
Nonsense. We're not afraid of legends and superstitions, are we?
No, my lady. Of course not. Well, here goes nothing.
Oh, Stibbons. What did you do this time?
Maybe your manservant was right. It does say Sorrow's curse.
Stibbons always finds a way to turn the simplest task into an ordeal. I don't know why I let him accompany me on my adventures. But what about you? I can't believe you agreed with Karsthen instead of me. And what am I supposed to tell the House of Original Galleries, or whatever it is the orcs call their museum? That they have an annex all the way up here? Wait a moment. That's a great idea! I'm a genius! You inspired me again, my faithful friend. Someone at the Mages Guild will help me thaw out Stibbons. It may take weeks to warm him up, but he'll be fine. This didn't turn out as planned, but it'll do. Lady Laurent, founder of the Shrine of Sorrow. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Give me a moment, and I'll open a portal back to our base camp.
A portal? So why did we have to make that harrowing climb?
Teleportation is a delicate business. I can't just open a portal to some place I've never seen. Careful! Don't crack my manservant. Honestly, you orcs approach everything like you're going to war.
Perhaps you'd like to carry him, Your Majesty.